for TeaPartyHD. I'm at the Texas Motor Speedway, a $250 million facility. We're gonna try to get the Tea Party Express buses out on the track. Well, sorry guys, it appears that I'm at the wrong track. Let's head over to Texas Speedway. And I'm Phil O'Connor for TeaPartyHD. Earlier today, you got to see us at the Texas Motor Speedway, but now today, right now, later in the day, we're here at the Texas Speedway where guys like Don the Snake Perdome and John Forrest have gone up to 300 miles an hour and even surpassed this. You know, the Tea Party Express event is very excited to be here. Let's hit the crowds. Let's see what all the people are talking about, what the government needs to do to fix what's going on in America.
Well, I'm Larry Bailey, and I'm a doctor, and I can speak for a lot of doctors. We are now the most regulated people in the world in the United States. The government is basically making it impossible for us to do our jobs. And if you don't believe me, ask your own doctor. They'll all tell you that we have no civil rights, and many of them are being driven into retirement. It's going to destroy medicine in this country. It's already happening.
Repeal health care now, and I mean right now.
And I'm here with Bruce Cirk. That's a mighty big flag. I've seen a few of those, the same ones that say don't tread on me, but people carrying a little bit smaller ones. Why'd you bring such a big one out today?
People like it. They like it, so I try to please them.
Yeah. Now, I've had a lot of different opinions on why people are holding this flag, but what's your stance on it? What does it mean to you?
It means freedom and liberty. It means the Constitution. It predates the red, white, and blue flag, so it harkens back to our colonial era when we were fighting against Great Britain to establish a new country.
Now, I've been trying to figure out what the meaning of the snake is on the flag. What is the meaning of the snake? What does he represent?
The snake means ever vigilant. The snake, it never bluffs. The rattlesnake never bluffs. If you do step on it, it will strike you, but it always warns you first. It never bites, then rattles. It always rattles, then bites.
Give me that mic. I'll tell you what's bothering me and what I think needs to be done. I think the career politicians is the root of the problem. If they're not in there for 20 years, they don't have time to build their network of thievery and distrust and lining their own pockets. So I think that's the root of the problem, and that's what we got to start with, is getting the incumbents out.
All right, I'm here with Steve Picken at the Tea Party Express event in Dallas, Texas. What are you reporting on today?
Well, our primary focus is on the rally itself. It's a political rally. The elections are coming up, so we're trying to gauge the insights of people here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, those who have gravitated toward the Tea Party movement, what their interest is, what their focus is, how much of that is resonating throughout our community. So that's our primary focus, is to listen to the voices of the people here and why they decide to come to a rally like this.
What's your take on it so far? You've been here for a couple minutes. What is it like in your words?
If I look at my notes, for the most part, it's pretty much of an echo chamber of what you've heard before. People talking about limited government, excessive use of the government intruding in their lives, et cetera, et cetera. Very passionate about their views about that, and I've covered other Tea Party rallies before, so it's pretty much reflective of what we've heard before.
Thank you, sir, for your time.
No problem.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Phil O'Connor for TeaPartyHD, and this is the Tea Party Express Bus Drag Race. Up here right outside of Dallas-Fort Worth in Kennedale, Texas at the Texas Raceway. How was that, guys, to race on the drag strip?
Oh, it was great. It was a lot of fun. You don't see too many 53,000-pound vehicles racing down a racetrack very often.
I believe your son won, yeah?
Yeah, that's my son won. I'm going away hanging my head.
How'd it feel to win?
Oh, it felt great to beat the old man.
Thanks, guys. Will you present the trophies?
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
You got them on a whole shot. The bus is taking off. You did an awesome job.
All right. Red.
job.
Thank you.
You as well. Congratulations.
Yeah, I brought up the rear.
Thanks, guys. Now we're off to Little Rock, Arkansas.
All right, Ron Futrell with Liberty.com. We are in Little Rock, Arkansas. The show going on behind me, as you can see. A little bit dark out here. Beautiful weather here. We've gotten great weather so far on this tour. Little Rock, Arkansas. Yeah, a lot of spirited people here. Great Razorback fans. Most people wearing red. Who is Caitlin Sharp? You're wearing red. Come on over here, Caitlin. What's most important to you? But that's what we're asking people when we get in different parts of the country. What's most important to you this upcoming election, Caitlin?
Well, I can't vote yet, but I'm on my dad's side.
Oh, you're on your dad's side. What he says, that's the direction you go? What about debt? Does that concern you?
Well, I'm only 10 years old, as you already know, and I don't think that I should have debt about $50,000 when I don't even have a job yet.
You're only 10 years old and you got that much debt because politicians are heaping it on you because they want you to pay the price for us today. That doesn't make sense, does it, Caitlin?
Not really, and my parents agree.
They agree. They agree with you. That's a smart. You're sharp, Caitlin Sharp. Thank you, Caitlin. Okay. Oh, Razorback, the Hogs. You're a big Hogs fan, aren't you, too?
Oh, yes, I am. Oh, and I have a silly band of it.
Oh, say go Hogs.
Go Hogs!
All right. Yes, we're in Razorback country right here. I'm Ron Futrell with Liberty.com. Yes, check it out on the website. Check out the Tea Party Express as we continue our tour around the country.
What brings you out today?
Oh, wow. There's a lot to be out for.
All of the above, huh?
All of the above. I think everyone, anybody who's paying attention ought to be out right now. I think that one of the most dangerous things that's happening in America is ignorance right now. And because of that ignorance, people are able to kind of bamboozle people, make them think that the Tea Party is about racism, for instance, when I've been at Tea Party events for, I want to say, about a year now. And at every one I go to, and they're different across the state because, you know, they're kind of like organisms in and of themselves. And they're talking about fiscal responsibility. They're talking about an inheritance for their children. They're talking about love for this nation. They're talking about our foundation. And I wasn't trying to rap just then, by the way. But they're talking about what our founding fathers meant for our country and making sure that our government doesn't intrude upon that our government remembers that, wait a minute, we have a government that is for the people, by the people, and we are the people. And at no point did our founding fathers intend for the government to overrun and overreach the way it is right now. And that's simply what it boils down to. And we the people have the right in the Constitution and our God-given rights to stand up and speak in times like these when we see our government just really truly overreaching and kind of treading on us, if you will.
I'm here with Amy Kramer. You know, I recently read that back in 2008 you were just a mom. Now I don't want to take anything away from that because that's a big task, but you wanted to do something special for your country. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I was just a mom, tired of yelling and screaming at my TV and radio, and decided to get off my couch and do something about it. Stop freaking my dogs out so much. But no, my daughter had gone away to college. I got on Facebook to keep up with her, and I became acquainted with Twitter, and through Twitter I, became acquainted with other conservatives, and then Rick Santelli had his rant, and it's been nonstop ever since. It's 2 years ago, if you had told me I was going to be doing this, I would have never believed it in all of my life. I mean, this is the craziest thing. I'd never, given a public speech. I literally am just a mom. I love cooking. I love working in my garden. I love, traveling, wine, shopping. I love doing all those things, which I don't do anymore.
A little too busy. Now, how has the Tea Party Express progressed since the last 2 years?
Well, we launched our first bus tour last August 28th from Sacramento. This is our fourth bus tour. And you know, the tours are very important because it's a media magnet. We attract people to the movement, we get people engaged, and it feels good to come out here and stand with all these people. But you know, the real work is done when you leave here, and that's what we want to encourage people to do. This is our Get Out the Vote tour. But the most important work we've done is actually engage in these campaigns. We are the only Tea Party group that is engaging in campaigns, and we believe that the time has come to put down these protest signs, pick up the campaign signs, and engage, because if we're truly going to affect change, we're going to do it at the ballot box. I mean, these jokers in Washington, you know, they don't care what we think. They've proven that the past year and a half. So now is the time to change their faces, and that's what we're going to do. And so I believe that the Tea Party Express, that's the most important work we've done, and we're really looking forward to victory next Tuesday.
Right on. Now, I have to say, I couldn't do anything without my mother. I wouldn't be who I am without my mother. What do you think your kids say about you and the work you've done for our country, and how proud of you they are?
Well, I only have one daughter, and she's 20. She's a junior in college, and at first she thought I was off my rocker. I remember I was going to put a little sticker on my car, you know, about the Tea Party movement, and she flipped out and said, "No, Mom, you can't do that. You can't put anything political with my sorority sticker on there." Well, you know, and she would laugh and say, "Why are you doing it?" And she was embarrassed by it. But now she's very proud of her mom, and so much so that she texted me last night and said, "Can I please come spend the weekend with y'all on the bus?" So we're going to book her flight tonight, and she's really excited to be part of this. She's even asking for her boyfriend to come. He wants to come too. So, I mean, the kids are paying attention, and it's not just her. You know, there's a lot of kids that are starting to pay attention, and I think that's good because they are our future.
A lot of youth have turned the light bulb on, and they have realized that there is a big change needed. But you know what? We do need to get out there. We need to keep pushing them. We need to keep wanting them to, you know what, get educated, get knowledge about what is actually going on, what the Tea Party is really about. And you know what? Thank you very much for everything that you're doing, and thank you for everything that you're going to do in the future. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, no, thank you guys, because you know what? We're all in this together. I mean, I can't do what I do without all these people out there supporting me, and Tea Party Express and our partner organizations. And, you know, this is a victory for all of us. I mean, no matter what happens next week, this movement is already successful. And, you know, we're going to work and continue to work hard after November 2nd. So I'm looking forward to working with you guys.
Thank you very much. Remember, guys, get out and vote this November.